fourth and fifth units of school organization and management. That is fourth unit and fifth unit. These two units are very important for you all because these two units is based on your contemporary in your fourth semester. So because this is a very short unit, but very interesting and very useful if you are writing for a competitive examinations. Because all the programs, policies, and constitutional provisions, for example, commissions, everything come under these units, these two units, Unit 4 and Unit 5, which are very helpful for you even in your fourth semester, because contemporary education, your one of the paper in your fourth semester, has the same topics, but in a very elaborate manner. Here only few, it is speaking only about the secondary education, but in your fourth semester you will learn about all the it is primary or pre-primary, secondary, higher secondary, and also university education. So I want you all to be attentive. I already told you I am going to take you only 30 or 35 minutes of class, not more than that. Till 12:05 I am going to give you chance to admit, that is 10 minutes from 11:55 to 12:05, and in the between please don't ask me to join, because hardly I told you I am going to take only 35 or max of 40 minutes class, not more than that. I don't want 1 hour of your time. I only want 30 or 35 minutes, because these are topics where there is no need of elaboration. What it is there in your textbook or what information I'll give you is more than enough. No need of other discussions in the classroom. So I'm again telling you, my name is Epsiba Shravanti and I'm teaching you all School Organization and Management 4th and 5th unit. All the other 3 units principal sir is taking for you. Every day I'll have a class. 11:55 I'm going to send you the link. 12:05 I'm going to start the class. Most probably by 12:40 or 12:35 I'm going to leave you. So it's not a 1 hour class, it will be only 40 minutes of class, where I'm going to teach you for only 30 or 35 minutes, because these are the topics where there is no need of elaboration. Only what is there in your textbook, and what are, I already told you, it is all about the constitutional provisions, policies, programs of secondary education only. So what are the programs are there, what are the policies are there, what constitution speaks about secondary education, what commission speaks about secondary education, we are going to speak about that. And these 2 units are helpful for you, because an elaborated part of these 2 units are given in your 4th semester in your contemporary education. If God willing, even I am going to take that lessons in your 4th semester. If there is a chance, I am going to deal with that paper also. So coming to the examination point of view, these two units are very important. And if you are wanting to write for a competitive examination, these 2 units are very important. Whatever is taught in the class or other extra information also, if you get it, is okay. We can discuss it in the classroom. So today, I'm just going to give you the small introductions about this. From tomorrow, the real class we are going to start. Now, the 4th unit is universalization of secondary education. Now, what is universalization of secondary education is nothing but it provides, for example, why we need a universalization of secondary education is the main idea is to provide high quality secondary education to all the Indian adolescent girls and boys up to the age of 16 by 2050 and up to the age of 18 by 2020. So the main idea or the main nature or the main is only to provide high quality education to all the Indian adolescents, whether it is a girl, whether it is a boy, irrespective of their religion, race, caste or anything. Everybody should be educated in your secondary education. Now, you might be knowing the difference between the secondary education, which area or which age group comes under primary, pre-primary, upper primary, secondary and higher education. You know, pre-primary is what? Primary is from class 1 to 5 is called as primary education. Upper primary is from class 6th and 7th and 8th comes under upper primary, and secondary education is class group or age group, class group between 9 and 10. So we are going to speak about what are the commissions or provisions or policies or programs implemented by the government in order to succeed the universalization of secondary education. I already told you to give a high quality of education. Why do we need to give a high quality of education in secondary level? Because when we speak, there was a survey, according to the National Sample Survey Organization, which was held in the year 96 and 97, what it stated was the children of age group between 14 and 18 age group were estimated about 96.6 million children are there in our what they say in our society or in India. This is the survey done by National Sample Survey Organization. What they have surveyed is that in the year 96 and 97, they stated that there are about 96.6 million children are there, that is between the age group of 14 to 18, out of which only 27 million children are being educated in the secondary level. So the total, what we say is, when we speak about the population survey done in India, what they stated is there are about 96.6 million children are there between the age group of 14 to 18, out of which 27 million children are only being attending to their secondary schools. So basing on this survey, what they have done is that means only 2/3 of the eligible population remains out of the secondary school system. So when there are 96.6 million children in the society, there are only 27 million children who are going to secondary education. That is, after the 5th class, they drop off. They don't want to go to schools. So what would be the reason? Is it the fault of a student? Is it a fault of a school? Is it a fault of the parents or the fault of the education? But in these 2 units, we are going to see how much the government is helping, or how many policies are there, how many programs are being held up, how many constitutional provisions are there, especially for the secondary education, that is secondary education system. So in these 2 units, what we are going to discuss is, what does constitutional provision say about secondary education? What is the current status and problems of secondary education, which are special reference to girl child education, inclusive education, and also vocationalization of education. And also we are going to speak about what are the Rights to Education Act according to 2009, and what is the role of its implication, or role of the school in its implication, and what are the policies and practices in teacher education. Then how does equality in education, that is gender and marginalized group, that is all about the 4th unit. We are going to discuss in detail about that. And then in the 5th unit we speak about the quality in education. I told you the main nature and scope of universalization of education is only to provide high quality secondary education to all the Indian adolescent, whether it is a girl, whether it is a boy, up to the age of 16 and up to the age of 18 by 2020. So the commissions or the constitution, everything is speaking about the National Policy of Education 1986 mark. But you all be knowing, you all are aware that according to NPE 2020, major changes have been taken. But we are not going to speak about that. We are going to speak about NPE 1986. What are the National Policy on Education, which is also called as Radical Reconstruction of Education System. Those things we are going to speak up in the classroom. So these 2 units, especially quality education, what is the meaning of quality? What are tools and techniques of quality control in education? Quality assurances in education. For example, even in secondary education, we speak about SSA, then RMSA, that is Ramsa and Rusa, that is nothing but SSA Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, RMSA Rashtriya Madhyamik Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA is nothing but Rashtra Ucha Kshetra Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. And what are the regulatory boards in quality assurances in education? We are going to speak about that. And National Knowledge Commission and University Education. So only thing is, these 2 units, are based upon mainly, only we are going to centralize only the secondary education system. That is age group. You know what is age group? That is 16 to 14 years between. For example, we may take from all the teens comes under secondary education, which acts as a bridge between the primary education and also the higher education system. So these two units, I already told you, when a survey is done in 67 and for example 96 and 97, there were about 96.6 million children which come under this age group now, from 66 to 14 years, out of which only 27 million children are being educated, the rest are not being educated. So in these two units, we'll come to know what are the programs and what are the policies, what are the plans made by the government to improve the education literacy rate between these two groups. So I'm again telling you, from tomorrow I'm going to start what, because I cannot break this one. It is already 10 minutes lost because of this link or something. So the first one, unit 4, we are going to deal tomorrow. We are going to speak about the constitutional provisions. So for that, I want you all to have a look of your paper 1 or paper 2, I don't remember. We spoke about the fundamental rights and what are the constitutional amendments which are meant for education. So if you have a look, it will be easy for me to interact with you tomorrow in the classroom. So as of now, if any one of you have any doubts regarding these two units, if you want to ask me any questions, you can please ask me, Masi. It is 12:25. Still people are connecting. I know you have issues. I know you have problems. I don't say that. But even, you see, these all 10 minutes of class, what I spoke, few people have missed it. So from tomorrow 11:55 to 12:05, I'm going to wait. Then I'm not going to admit anybody. Please try to understand. So if anyone has any doubts regarding if my voice is not clear, or if you have any disturbances, or if you feel anything you want to share with me, you can share it now. I think so. Is the class everybody there or anybody left?
Yes, we are there, ma'am.
You all are there?
You're listening, ma'am.
You're listening. I'm shocked that I'm speaking to my screen.
Ma'am, your voice is just breaking, ma'am. That's it.
My voice is not clear, ma'am?
Everything. No, ma'am, it's clear.
It's clear. So, for tomorrow class, you get ready for your constitutional provisions. Then just go through your textbooks, ma'am. Go through, which speaks only about the secondary education way. We will have an interaction class tomorrow. Because whatever I know, I'm going to teach. Whatever you know, you're going to tell it to me tomorrow. That is, we are going to speak about the constitutional provisions. That is, what does the constitution speak, or what amendments and what bills were there. It was during, when was the constitutional preamble has been made and when it came into effect. But after so many years, they had a limelight on free education. So why there was a big gap? So those things we are going to speak in the tomorrow's class. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Your voice is clear, ma'am. No problem.
Only Bhagyashree, only Shraddha. I want everybody to answer, ma, because I know few of them. What you're doing is you're coming into the classroom, you're putting the screen on, and you're doing your own homework. I feel that everybody are present.
No, ma'am, we are concentrating.
These two units are very, yeah, okay, thank you. These two units are very important for you, because I told you, if you are writing for a competitive examination, these all come under, because all these constitutional provisions, policies, programs, everything come under this.
Yes, ma'am, these policies are very, very important.
Very, very important.
Competitive part of exam.
Yeah, in the competitive part of this thing. So, if possible, I'm going to give you whatever is there in your textbook is enough, but not from the textbook. More information I'll also give you while the class is done. You can note down if I give you, because this, when I've seen this survey, that is 96.6 million children are there, out of which only 27 million children have been educated. So these kind of surveys are not there in your textbook, ma'am. So few information I'm giving you so that you can make a note why these commissions have been come, why there is necessity for the universalization of secondary education. Why? Because secondary education plays a very vital role. Till 5th class students are coming, then from 6th dropouts. Why? What would be the reason? Is the government not giving enough of or ample of policies and programs? No, it gives much ample of space to those children. But why are they dropouts? So these kind of topics we are going to discuss. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
According to and about the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I know. From tomorrow we are going to start the class at 11:55. I'm going to send 12:10. I'm going to 12:05. I'm going to start. Please try to understand. If you are late, 12:10 work, it's okay, ma. 12:10 till 12:10, it's okay. But not beyond that. If you're going to ask me to admit, also I'm not going to admit. Please try to understand that this is only 30 or 40 minutes class where we cannot discuss beyond the textbook, ma. So I don't want to mug up everything. I'm going to give you space. I'm going to give you time because I know the whole day you have scheduled all these classes. But still, please try to cooperate with me. If you cooperate with me, even I'll try to cooperate with you. In the middle of the class, please don't ask me to admit. It will be only a 40 minutes of class. Is it clear to everyone? So tomorrow's homework is you are going to only see to what are the constitutional provisions, not from your textbook. Just Google it. Even you will know it. If you want to see it from the textbook, it is not that. What does the government says? Like what provisions has been given, what amendments has been made, what bills has been passed. So tomorrow in the classroom, we are going to discuss. You are going to tell me, and even I am going to tell you. Is it clear to everyone now?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are sharp by 12, I'm going to leave you by 12:30, ma. If you are late, I cannot do anything. If you are sharp, everybody are coming at 12 o'clock, I'm going to leave you by 12:30 or 12:35 maximum. No other talks in the class. Only those we are going to speak. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Try to connect from tomorrow. We are going to speak about the constitutional provisions. Only the introduction I gave you. What is universalization of secondary education? Only thing is they want to give this the secondary education a quality education. Why quality education? Because many of the students are dropouts after the 5th class. They don't want to go for secondary education. So, basing on those strategies, basing on those surveys, these policies have been implemented. So, these policies, programs, constitutional amendments, commissions are different from policies and programs, but don't get confused. Most of the time, people write about secondary education commission. There is also a commission, but we are speaking only about the secondary education system. We are not speaking about the commissions. So don't get confused with the commissions and also the education system. Is it clear to everyone? So I am just leaving the class because it's 12:30. Tomorrow sharp, 11:55. I'm going to say 12:05. I'm going to start. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shraddha, how are you in-laws, ma'am?
Ma'am, just good. Yesterday night, 10:30, my father-in-law got discharged, ma'am. But still, he...
Okay, ma'am. Okay, take care of yourself. Take care.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Take care. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Safe. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining the class. Tomorrow by 12:05, I'm going to start the class and wind up by 12:40. Thank you all.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
How are you, ma'am?
I am fine, Sirisha. How are you, Sirisha?
Fine, ma'am. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
You're busy with all the works.
Yes, ma'am.
Hope we all meet soon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Take care of yourself. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Nitesh, are you taking the attendance, Nitesh? Nitesh is not present, I believe.
No, he is there, ma'am. He will take, ma'am. He is taking for the other classes also.
Okay, somehow he's taking for the other classes, no? So,
Yes, ma'am. If not Nitesh, if Nitesh is absent, any of others will be taken.
Yeah, because I'm not in a mood to take all the attendance and all. If you're,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Okay.
you. Make sure. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.